here. You already know what's going on.
So how would you go about making relationships at the stores? Because that's got to be the ultimate slug.
That's the easiest.
Everyone you meet who works at an Apple
Welcome to Free Blues Boxing.
And guess how much they get paid? $300 a week. So you ain't trying to take this $100,000 a month? What you trying to do? So how you get those people is I was getting cars, Lamborghinis, all that type of shit. But now you don't have to shoot straight at them. Sometimes you got to build a relationship. You might pull up on them in a Lamb or something, and like I'll catch them motherfucker at the gas station, right? You'll see them struggling. They're like, look at $5 off this pump. Whole time I'm already knowing who this person is and everything. But you might put a couple thousand in their pocket. You got the land. They see the all around vision. They like living like that too. You feel me? As long as they become comfortable, then that's when you can make the play. Like, yeah, I can put you in a better position. This and that.
This is like when you're watching The Wire and they got Sterling Bell and he's got like little kids in Project Some Crack from.
Yeah, it's real, bro. It's real.
You're that dude, like, you know, Apple Store.
No, like it's just like on the dark web. I wasn't never just a person to get on there and look for little cards and CDs. If I'm gonna get on the dark web, I was trying to become a vendor. I was trying to finesse everybody who bought from me. Like, okay, for instance, if you're a vendor on the dark web, most likely you might have 1,000 CDs, which is credit cards. Okay, boom. Now, I might sell 200 of those credit cards might be good, and the rest of them fucking dead. 800 is dead. But I just made like $90,000. You get it, even if it's small amounts, it still add up big. And one day.
Welcome to Free Blues Boxing.
Yes, that's if you want to, but you can on a dark web, bro. You know, okay, you know where it says when you go to look at the reviews, you know you can buy it. So if you're a real scammer, you would know this. You would know that, man, I'm at to shoot my reviews up, I'm gonna shoot this up, have everybody buying for me, and make $100,000 and close this account down. Why you think every time you get on the dark web, the sites are steady changing? Because it's a big. Well, no, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying when people do, sites always changing and stuff like that because of people do that. Just like all this shit is a scam. Like when you go to a hotel, bro, and you put your shit in there, hotels, companies, and stuff like that, they sell your information to bigger companies like that. They call corporate companies the whole time they work with the dark web.
Right. Okay, so you basically like figured out some of these scams, and then you just get a whole show.
Free Blues Boxing.
That you're all doing all this shit within.
Welcome to Free Blues Boxing.
No. You don't do it in one area. You have to. Okay.
Welcome to Free Blues Boxing.
Which has got to be tough.
It's very tough because when they get up to like the manager position and all that, they do not want to be playing. But like I said, bro, that everybody has goals and dreams, and they look at it like I just don't.
Welcome to Free Blues Boxing.
Person, I don't want to be working anymore, so they think like, damn, I can actually start a business. I can actually do something. You know, I'm getting scammed, and you know what I'm saying. I'm working a job. I've been working. I'm still not ready. You feel me? That's how I thought. That's what made me get on what I was on. Basically, a person, actually a friend, bro, a friend that I used to hang out with. Once you start making money, people get envious of you, right? So like,
welcome to Free Blues Boxing.
Pass you up, and
what makes a boxer athletic is his skills, how he's able to maneuver around the ring, his power. One of the big things is power. One of the huge things is power. If you're able to enforce power shots on your opponent, you have a lot of power. Fighters that have a lot of power today are Deontay Wilder, Gervonta Davis. Strength is one of the key factors to athleticism for boxers. Definitely.
Like some people sell drugs because they want the street stamp. They want to like, oh, I'm a street guy and this and that. But that's not really where it's okay. You taking a risk. You have to sell drugs. You got to meet up with a random person. Then you got to re-up. I don't have.
Some say boxers aren't athletic like that.
Give me a card with no money, no investment, and come up.
Compared to other athletes, they just think they can fight. But boxers train a lot like soccer players and basketball players. Boxing is the hardest sport. Boxing, MMA, kickboxing, combat sports are the hardest sports, and they're the most in shape.
No, no, no.
'Cause that type of stuff matters.
I don't know. I don't know nobody. I've been scamming since 2009. I don't know nobody that have actually got caught doing. The only people that gets caught is the people that okay, let's say if you scam a person and you don't pay them, they get pissed and tell them.
It's definitely more important to be mentally tactical. You could have all the power in the world, but if you don't know how to use it, then somebody with smarts is going to come in and just dominate. Boxing is a chess match, for sure. It's a chess match. So, you know, if you're in there just to prove your manhood and try to knock somebody out, that's how you can get knocked out. And if you're being mentally tactical, you could set up power shots. You could set up power shots. You got good defense. You can use your footwork. Having power is that's just part of the game, but you need more than just power for sure. You got to be able to calculate. You got to be able to calculate and sneak in the right shots and set up the right traps. Tactics are everything in boxing. Boxing is the most tactical sport. Everything has to be calculated. But a casual fan will be like, I just like boxers with power. Boxers with power are the best, but no, it's the more tactical fighters that get it done. Floyd Mayweather wasn't really powerful like that, but he beat everybody because he was smarter in the ring. Yeah, it's a combination of both. It's a combination of both. If you're being mentally tactical, you're gonna throw some power. But if you're just focused on power, you're probably gonna get knocked out. Like Leo Santa Cruz. Like a lot of fighters.
Because everybody looked down on scamming. You know what I'm saying? Scam, man, that shit. You heard, I don't know, have you ever heard like credit card schemes for the faggots? You ever heard that? That's that really made me turn up when I heard that shit.
But that used to really be the stereotype is that
Yeah.
it was like gay dudes
I'm
doing
like,
credit card scams.
I said, okay. I turned up on that shit. I'm running these meals. I'm gonna say one day I'm looking the man in his eyes being touched.
So yeah, it is a combination of both. You gotta get right. Gotta get right before you get left. No cap. No cap. Gotta get right. No, don't box. Don't box if you don't have a strong mind. I think boxers are the most focused compared to other sports. Because that's a sport where you're constantly moving. You're constantly thinking. Really no breaks. I mean, you're going 3-minute rounds. You're going 3-minute rounds. And 1 minute rest in between. Guys are tired after like the third or fourth round. Your second wind gotta kick in. So that's where training becomes huge. Becomes huge. I really wanted to watch this Warriors game. Sacrificed it by getting on live. I'll catch the second half of it.
Yeah, so basically you walk inside of a
boxing is kind of like scamming.
You hand your card and
just kidding.
Act like they're gonna go in the back and basically at double strike. Because them are high balance credit cards. It's better to put them in business places, not no McDonald's and all that shit.
Right, it's the high end shit. Yeah.
Right. And then like skimming.
If you're on steroids, you're scamming.
Yeah. So you'll sit in the car.
Any Floyd fight, I take serious because he's going in there. He's going in there to knock the person out. But yeah, he'll be fighting Logan Paul, his brother. I was able to take his other play fight series, like when he fought Conor McGregor and then when he fought the random Japanese kid in Japan. I was able to take those serious. But it's Floyd. Everybody's gonna tap in with Floyd. But it might be hilarious. And Floyd might knock out this YouTuber Logan Paul. Hope Logan Paul doesn't get hurt though, because he's not a boxer. There's fighters that are fighting today that would love to fight Floyd. Would love to fight Floyd, but you got YouTubers over here getting the opportunity to fight Floyd and make more money. It's kind of crazy. A lot of people and a lot of boxers are pretty salty. They are really salty. Who wouldn't want to fight Floyd and make all that money?
Doing exactly what he's rapping about right now.
Yeah, so Jake Paul, Logan Paul. So Jake Paul is the one who knocked out Nate Robinson. Jake Paul is the one who knocked out Nate Robinson.
You know what I mean? That's still a lot of
Logan Paul is the brother who fought this other YouTuber called KSI. It's a brother over there in the UK, and he lost. I wanted Floyd to fight Jake Paul after what he did to Nate Robinson. I made an IG post. I said, Floyd, all right, Floyd. Time for you to come out of retirement. Be like that. It be like that. Floyd is about money. TNT, the money team. TBE, the best ever. He stands on that. He makes millions just to do these troll fights. Millions. So stop to get right. 100 million. He might get. Bro told me yesterday he's getting 20 million. He's getting 20 million to do that. 20 million to get off this Logan Paul fight February 20th. That's huge. Sure, it's flimsy as hell. Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Paul Pierce. Don't matter. Floyd and 5. Floyd and 5.
The first time when he had the marshals or whatever show up during the show, I thought that was pretty clever.
But
that was one thing.
Be like that. Really be like that. A lot of boxers envy Floyd, want to make all that money. But you know what I mean? If I get a little champagne, and I'm watching this Floyd fight, I'm gonna be entertained because it's Floyd. But I'm gonna be just as entertained as I was watching Jake Paul and Nate Robinson. But Floyd is one of my favorite fighters, so I'll for sure be more entertained. I'd rather Floyd fight a real fighter, but that's where we're going to. That's where the fighting culture is going to. Just troll fights. Gonna see more athletes fight, more random people fight, more rappers. Gonna see rappers get into the ring now. And I'm gonna judge it how it is. I'm gonna judge it how it is. Not after Nate Robinson. If they don't know by now, I'm on their head. If you are not supposed to be boxing and you get knocked out, I'm on your head. If you're already a boxer and you get knocked out like Leo Santa Cruz, you feel me? I'm not tripping off it too hard. Unless you talk heck of smack. Unless you talk heck of smack, then I'm on your head. So yeah, niggas gotta get right. I'm sorry, guys have to get right. Excuse me.
Okay, basically I went to Walmart to cash out $60,000 out in Valparaiso, Indiana. When I went out there, I
the most entertaining exhibitions this year.
On a card left, basically. So it's taking forever to come out. So the lady thought
Floyd could realistically fight pretty much anyone. Floyd is a very talented boxer. He's so talented. He's so talented that he could fight anybody right now and be just fine. At the age he's at now, like 42, 43. When he fought Conor McGregor, he still had great reflexes. He looks strong. Like there's guys his age, you know what I mean, that's like just go to the gym and spar for fun. Like he looks like one of those OGs in the gym. There's OGs that you ever see an OG like work out in the gym, but he's still lifting, like he's still working out like he's a young guy. That's kind of like Floyd. Like Floyd, like he's not gonna lose it. He's just one of those just all around, just gifted athletes. But he could realistically, he could fight Errol Spence. That's pretty crazy to say, but he could fight anybody. It would just be dangerous because these are the young, hungry lions and the champions in boxing. So, but I honestly want him to chill out. Like if somebody was asking me, I would be like, man, there's still that chance he could take that one shot. He could, you know what I mean? Boxing, all it takes is that one shot, that one money shot right here on the chin. That's it. But at the age of 42, 43, however old he is, it's even more dangerous compared to when you're 25, 28, 31. How would you make me go to school to get a job to pay you back while I'm working? You know what I'm saying? If you get too old, you should not be boxing. I think the average boxer retires at like 35 or early 30s, or even before that if they get knocked out. Sometimes they quit. Boxers die in the ring. That's why I'm like, Floyd, is it really worth it? Like, you're a billionaire. All you got to do is just buy some assets and just chill. He really wants to keep fighting without headgear. You know what I mean? But he is fighting a YouTuber, so it won't matter. That is a lot of brain damage. You know what I mean? How many brain problems? But, you know, football players and boxers, they're getting all these problems. All those shots to the head takes time off your life. That's what makes it so dangerous. That's what makes it so dangerous. Ali got Parkinson's disease. He lived to the age of like 80 though. So that brain damage is not worth it. I used to play around in the boxing gym. Started to realize like, wow, I don't like getting hit. You know what I mean? Maybe if it somehow, what if boxing was just body shots? I probably would do it.
So
Because that's not as bad as getting hit in the head.
Nigerians and
That's not as bad as getting hit in the head. But
you know what I'm saying? I was fucking with them, but they was low key trying.
these boxers,
you know what I'm saying?
these boxers been fighting since they were like 5, 6, and not just fight, like sparring. These boxers are sparring, like the kids spar each other in the gym.
$5,000 on this, and you pay them, and they rip. That means that they don't pay you. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's like I dealt with a lot of those type of people where this and that finesse you. We make like $800,000.
One thing that is, you know what I mean, it is what it is. Some people think it's gross. It could come off a little disturbing. Like kids spar each other in the gym. 7, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old kids, they spar each other like they're grown adults. There's been talks about,
you know what
I mean, the media talk about it's not a real sport. You know what I mean, and taking the sport, taking boxing out, like making boxing illegal, football, making football illegal, like the physical sports. These physical sports can be so dangerous. But kids sparring is just crazy. That's why these guys be so good. They've been doing it since they were 5. And then they go to the amateurs, and then they go pro, and they spar all the time. So until their defense gets good, that's how you get good at defense, from getting hit all the dang time. That's how you get good.
And make sure that you ain't been in that closet, have you? You know, for real. Like I was like that, so it was just.
That's how you get good at boxing and good defense. Oh, I've been caught by that shot before. I've been caught by that overhand right before. So I'm not gonna be getting hit with that right hand like that. That's part of training. That's why they be getting out of the way. That's why they be moving their head so much. Like they've gotten hit in the head by certain shots. So you learn to have boxing eyes and see those shots coming.
I just found out, like, when I got out, I heard Lil Yachty used to be a scammer.
Yeah, you got arrested right before it popped.
Yeah,
so
that just tells you, you know what I'm saying?
It's gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Floyd needs to retire. I think Floyd should retire for the sake of his health. For the sake of his health, Floyd needs to retire. One thing I hated about sparring, my nose would always bleed. My nose would always bleed. Like you could flick my nose and it'll start bleeding.
I'm gonna be able to instantly read them and know, like.
That was my thing with sparring. You know what I mean? Getting hit in the eye is one of the most. It's one of the things I hated. Getting hit in the eye sucks. Getting hit in the eye was one of the most terrible things. Because sometimes, one specific time it actually hurt. And then there's times where, one specific time it actually hurt. And then, like, every time you get hit in the eye, it just changes colors. I don't understand it. You get hit. You can get hit any part of your face. But you get hit in the eye, it just starts turning blue. It starts turning purple, red. But that's a part of boxing. Like, you can come off nose bleeding, black eye. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the man got the best of you in sparring. That just means you just got caught. But the more you do it, the more disciplined and your condition goes up and your face gets tougher. The skin on your face gets tougher from sparring. And then your defense just gets good after that. Boom, you start seeing shots moving in your head, stuff like that.
gotta understand, it's all guys that know.
But I backed out. But boxing is too tough. I did not like getting hit.
So it was like, damn, you kind of feel a little bit
I did
more
not like getting
like
hit.
cockier a little bit, you know? It wasn't like what you think. Like, then I go to the feds and I'm a superstar in that motherfucker. It was like, wow, you know?
Maybe if we were immortal, and hitting didn't matter and it didn't hurt, boxing would be fun.
Yeah, you only want to come home.
But that's not the
Everything
case.
else you have. I got pussy in jail. You know, shout out to my girl. She did held me down. She held me down. Like,
What's that like? You do a comfortable position. Take somebody to
okay.
take a little time.
Okay, look, at the first time I got locked up, I was at
So that's what it is.
all guys. They had little stripper holes.
It is. It's just so normal. It's just part of the culture. Like if your nose start bleeding, just wipe a nose. One thing that my trainer used to do, he used to tell me to put Vaseline deep in my nose, and that would stop like the nose bleeding a lot. Like my nose would hardly bleed. So right before sparring, I put like a lot like deep inside my nose, and like it wouldn't bleed like that.
So you know I was running every week. I had my girl up there every.
That's what you do. That was the that was regular. That was regular. So I'll walk into the boxing gym and just be smelling. I walk into the boxing gym with Vaseline on my nose every training. I hated it.
Right? So from 4 to 30, you could be on the track.
Yeah, that's a tough sport.
I'm feeding y'all every day. Y'all can at least watch me go get some
It's
pussy.
a tough sport.
So basically, I have my girl. I know myself. On
Sparring was the hardest part, though. Everything starts hard. You get used to hitting the bags. But sparring, football practice and boxing, it's very similar practice. I hated both of them. I like boxing. I just didn't like sparring. Sparring is just, I don't know. I don't really like fighting.
But in terms of the actual walking,
It's kind of like it's like a survival mode thing. It's like a survival mode. You're boxing. I didn't learn to have fun with it. It was just like really fighting like for my life. I'm really fighting so that I don't get my ass beat. Like, that was all I was thinking while I was sparring. Like I'm fighting to not get my ass beat. I'm sorry, my butt beat. Excuse me.
So you might want to bring his liquor back and his cigarettes and his shoes.
Excuse me.
Because that's how they bribe you. Man, oh, you leaving at what time for? I don't watch the track. I'm gonna look out for you. Now if they say the car's walking on the track,
so that's part of it. Like that's part of boxing. You're gonna get hit. You're gonna get hit one way or another.
You catch an escape, your ass gonna do another year. But me, I was tweaking.
There's only very few boxers that just don't get hit.
Emergency count and they searched me. And then once you get locked up,
so the metal thing they rub on their eye, it's just like an ice thing. It's a very cold metal thing. It's like ice. So it's like it's like very cold and it's like a pressure thing. And they just press on it, I guess. So it doesn't swell up, I guess. I never got that far in boxing, but I know what that is. Yeah, it's just really too it's just a very cold piece of metal. I guess you compare it to ice. They probably put it in ice because they don't want to bring a pack of ice up there, I guess. So really, I think it's like a cold, like ice massage metal thing. Because up there in the boxing ring, they wear like 10-ounce gloves. They spar with 16-ounce gloves, 18-ounce gloves sometimes. So You know, these little gloves, sometimes it's like hitting with the bare knuckle.
Only thing I can say is some money. You feel me? Because it's just like, okay, well, you take me
Compression to keep from swelling.
you know,
Yeah,
you be straight.
yeah. So to keep from swelling. Right. I think it's a little cold too. It might be cold. I don't know though. Compression to keep from swelling. Yeah, I agree. Those people in the corner matter. Those people in the corner matter. That's why you gotta have a strong team. You have to have a strong team. Your cut man's gotta be on point. You know, and your trainer has to be able to hop in and out. Has to be able to hop in and out in between rounds. You got to give the right advice. You can't be playing around up there. I honestly think the cut man is the most important person. The trainer, you know, what I mean, the real trainer, the main trainer, and the fighter, they're already on the same page. They've been doing this their whole life, but the cut man has to be on point. The cut man has to be on point because if there's a cut, initially the trainer is the most important person on the corner. But if there's a cut, that can determine the out. If there's a cut from a punch, that can determine the outcome of the fight. There was one fight with Tyson Fury. He literally had his cut. He literally had a cut from here all the way to here. So the cut man had to put so much Vaseline in his eye. You have to put so much Vaseline because you can't get stitches during the fight. And if you don't flood it with Vaseline, a lot of blood's gonna come out and it's gonna blind your eye. You're not gonna be able to see. People, it's terrible. And that would be one of my biggest fears. I used to think like if I go pro and I get cut, if I get a gash right here, like from a punch, and then just streaming down with blood, you're literally fighting with one eye. You're fighting with one eye. So it's scary. It's scary. And then if you try to quit, say you have a lot of fans, you are gonna get booed. You're gonna get booed. Yeah, that's why a lot of fighters just quit. Like even there's professional fighters that literally just they just quit. But that's the most scary thing. So the Tyson Fury fighter, his cut man literally was the GOAT. I've never seen a cut man do such a good job. Like literally from the third round, it was cut badly after like the third round or so. Hecka early in the fight. And every time he would come to the corner, it's draining blood. And he would fix it. He would fix it after he would fix it before Tyson Fury would go back into the round and just flood it with Vaseline and just going crazy. Tyson Fury ended up winning that fight. So it gets crazy out there. He almost lost. Like they kept they have like an evaluation person that comes up in a suit to the ring in the middle of the fight and like looks at a gash, and they determine if the fight can go on or not. And he was looking at Tyson Fury like, should be good. Like, and the gash was so bad. Like the gash is so bad. I ought to bring it up. I'll bring it up. Time to share the screen. I have to show you guys this Tyson Fury cut. I have to show you guys this Tyson Fury cut.
Yeah, this game thing is dope, but there's a lot of risk. And that risk means that like every dollar you make is not really a dollar because at the end of the day, once you fight a case, or you get locked up for a couple years, etc., that dollar is weakened, and you have to spend all that or close to all that.
And you're gonna be stressed out. You know,
I have to show y'all this cut. Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury. I really hope that he gave his cut man a raise after this.
Not just fucking off on drugs or doing this and doing that. Just really put your foot down and invest, get some real estate, get some real cars, get some real property, something.
Right.
You know what I mean? To generate income every month.
I mean, there's a lot of great American stories.
I want to be like that. That's basically what I'm trying to be.
You see his cut? Oh my goodness. And this fighter is really smart because he was targeting the height, but this cut man has a golden for this. Pay attention to how focused he is and how well he gets this job done. See, that fighter, he kept digging at it too, like. That fighter's smart. He kept toying with it so he can open it up some more. Boxing is a savage game. Look at that cut, man. Putting all that Vaseline in there. Look at all that Vaseline. Oh. Look at all that Vaseline. It looked like a piece of tape. Oh, he rubbed the Vaseline off. It probably was annoying him. He put Vaseline back on it. Literally using the Vaseline as a... That's crazy.
Anytime you can name a handful of artists, that's bad, bro. But
literally using the Vaseline.
It's millions of artists coming out of it, you know. But Chicago, man, it's sad, bro. You have to go
literally using the Vaseline as a holder. As stitches. I'm sorry, using the Vaseline as stitches. I know, right? Super, super sick. So, boxing is a brutal game. The cut man is one of the most important people in the corner when you have a cut. Cut man is one of the most important people. Some cut men don't be doing nothing. I wonder how much they get paid. They might get paid close to $100,000, depending on how rich the boxer is. They're probably close to six figures. So, you know what I mean? The corner of the staff is very, 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 very important. Very.
Get yourself a man who can do it all. Man who has some bins, and you can make a YouTube vlog about a day.
You gotta get paid well. Can you imagine how much Floyd pays this cut man? Probably $1 million. Boxing is just like anything else. It's just like anything else.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just making it look easy, but it's hard though, bro. You know,
Boxing is just like anything else. There's levels to it. There's levels to this.
Did you know before you went in the shoot?
you don't know. You don't know nothing. You just going in.
There's levels to this, man. There's levels to this. But But the whole point is to go into the fight and have good defense. Go into the fight and have good defense, but even headbutts ended my guy Jaron Ennis, who just fought. The other fighter was pretty trash and gave him a headbutt, right? Gave him a headbutt and they ruled it a no decision. They ruled it a no decision, so they stopped the fight after the headbutt. This guy's got he had a huge cut. He had a huge gash. It was one of those gashes where like they headbutted and then the slow-mo immediately it started bleeding. Like it was so nasty. Let me show you. Ooh. This has become a disgusting live. This has become a disgusting live. Oh wow. Bad sportsmanship. I agree. That was bad sportsmanship. He right at the bell, he rubbed the cut so he can open it up some more.
All right, so for the people out there, what do you want to tell them to check out in terms of like shit that you have out right now? What you've been doing on social media?
Basically, my social media is @KEBO. My tour route is up tomorrow, so be looking out for that at 3 o'clock.
Okay, so Duran, gotta show this. Duran Ennis. Where's Chris Van here? I made a video of this, by the way. I just reached 1,000 views. Woo, woo. There's my video. There's my video. It says at 830, but I just reached 1,000. Chris Van Bearden. Highlights. I gotta show y'all these highlights. Fight only lasted 1 round. Jaron Ennis was super mad.
All that YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, I fucked up my order.
You're not even gonna really show it. Oh my goodness. They're probably not gonna even show it. This is a raw fight. Oh my goodness. You could kind of see us cut there. I wanted to show y'all the fight. I wanted to show you the fight. Oh man. I think this is an interview. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Ooh, boom. Look at it. Oh. You see that? See, he was whooping him right, regular. Boom! See how he came in like that? Terrible. Look, he grabbed it immediately. They both grabbed their head immediately. You know that hurt. The boxers are tough. They grab their head immediately. You know that hurts. Look at that gas. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at that gash. Crazy, right? Let me see if there's another. See, he was mad. He was so upset. In the post conference, he was so upset. That was for the IBO welterweight belt. So that's unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. Hello, welcome to Free Blues Boxing. Woo, 1K views. Woo. I'm about to go get me some champagne. I'm about to go get me some champagne. 1K. That's how you gotta keep it. Gotta keep everything 1K. Everything 1K. Everything. Woo. 1,000 views. This is Free Blues Boxing. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe for unlimited boxing content. Free Blues. I don't like that Free Blues. Thank you, Patricia Robinson. Thank you, thank you. What is it like to hit 1,000 views on, I was going to say Instagram. What is it like to hit 1,000 views on YouTube? It takes dedication, hard work, plus patience. It's some of all my sacrifice I'm done waiting. That's what it takes. Congratulations on Free Blues Boxing hitting 1K. Everything 1K. 1,000. 1,000 views. Free Blues Boxing just reached 1,000 views. That shirt is flimsy. $1,000 views for Free Blues Boxing. Congratulations to Free Blues Boxing. Everything 1K. Everything 1K. I look frozen by end. Can you see me? Am I froze right now?